Hi, everybody. Give us 1 second. We're getting ready to go live over on Instagram. Stand by. I think we're good. Okay. And away we go. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being here tonight. We're so happy that you're here. Talk about tonight. We're in the kitchen, which obviously means we talk about some food items. We're also doing a giveaway night. It is the first Tuesday of the month, so we do like to try to do giveaways. So stay tuned as more people come in. I will let you know. Hi, Sandy. Hi, John. Also, Kylie is going to be chatting with you tonight. Megan is taking a night off. Her folks are actually visiting her up in New York. So she, I think, is at the Yankees game, hoping that she's having a great time. So Kylie's filling in, and I'm sure Kylie will post and say, hi, it's me. And she will be answering any questions that you might have. So both on YouTube and on Facebook, Kylie is your gal if you have any questions about anything. And then over on Instagram, we'll try to answer any questions we see from you after the show. So nice to see everybody. Thanks so much for popping in. We have a few new things. We have some special offers that are going on. And as I said a couple of minutes ago, we're going to do a giveaway for you tonight as well. So in order to be entered into the giveaway, you need to make sure you comment. Unfortunately, my Instagram friends, your comments don't register. So I hate saying that because I don't mean to exclude you. It's just the way this technology works. So if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, please comment something. And more comments doesn't mean more entries. It just has to register that you've participated in our chat, and we will do a drawing at the end of the segment, end of the show, so that we can bring y'all in. And even though we're going to be talking about a couple of food items, I have more than food that we're going to talk about tonight. So come on in and make sure you check out all of the cool things that we have going on. So I see Dottie, I see Nancy, I see Teresa, Janet, Megan, Linda. Hi, everybody. You're all saying hi to Kylie too. Glad to have you here. If you happen to see over on Facebook and Instagram this week, we were showing you some beautiful images of amazing crab cakes. We are going to talk about those tonight. You're going to meet the chef behind them, and hopefully we can teach you a little bit about, of all the crab cakes I could have brought to Just Jill. And just remember, all of the years of working at QVC, I tasted all of them. I'm pretty lucky to have met a chef who happens to have a crab cake business, and lo and behold, happened to be the chef at one of my favorite restaurants in this area that I always bragged about had the best crab cakes. And they were made by Chef Mike, who's now going to make crab cakes for you. So if you're a crab cake lover, stick around. We're going to show you those crab cakes. We're going to show them to you up close. We're going to make them for you and talk about why they're so different. They are gluten-free. I know that that's important for a lot of people. No fillers, no crackers, no bread, no Old Bay, just the premium, delicious jumbo lump crab meat with a special gourmet mousse, if you will, that Chef Mike makes just to make sure it holds together. So that's all coming up, so don't go away. Let me also just remind you about a couple of things. I just want to remind everybody that June is Alex's Lemonade Stand month. And if you haven't seen our super cute bracelet from Power Beads by Jen, a portion of the proceeds from this lemon quartz with that cute lemon slice charm will go to Alex's Lemonade Stand. We are very excited to be part of the team that works with Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation for childhood cancer. So wear something that you love and know that it's giving back. Some of you have left messages for me over on social media that you've received yours and you love it. It makes you so happy. You're just smiling about it. So be sure to pick that up. It comes in 3 sizes, small, average, and large. And again, we'll be offering that for the month of June. A portion of the proceeds will go to Alex's Lemonade Stand. And because June is Alex's Lemonade Stand month, if in your neighborhood or if you happen to hear in your area that there is a lemonade stand fundraiser, please swing by and grab a glass. When Alex was sick with cancer, her dream was to raise $1 million from her lemonade stands. And to date, over $300 million have been raised for pediatric cancer research, support of the families, and much more. So we love that we can join in that delicious effort to raise awareness and raise funds. So, and that's one of the things that we love here with our partnership with Power Beats by Jen, is finding these worthy causes and charities where we can look good and do good. And those are good things. Hi, everybody who's just jumping in. So glad to have you here tonight. Thanks for being here. We have some delicious things we're going to be talking about. If you weren't here at the beginning, Kylie is man in the chat for us tonight. So say hi to Kylie. Big thing in our house tomorrow. Trevor, who many of you remember when I was pregnant with him, when I was working at QVC, my little baby graduates high school tomorrow. So tomorrow is a big day. He's actually playing baseball tonight. Shocking. But he graduates high school tomorrow. We're going to have a nice family celebration. And then all I will say is I am putting an out of office message on my email from Thursday through Monday. And I would encourage you to watch my social media over the next couple of days, because some really fun things are happening with me and Trevor over the next couple of days. And I can't spill the beans about it because it's a surprise. But start checking my Facebook and Instagram page, my Instagram stories, like early morning Thursday. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm out of the office till Monday. So we kind of have something fun planned, but details to follow. All right, let me just talk to you about a couple things. Giveaway. Make sure you comment. If you're YouTube, Facebook watching us, make sure you comment, participate in our chat. More comments don't mean more entries. However, we're doing a fun giveaway tonight. So we thought, you know, to get you ready for spring, we do something colorful and wonderful. So we put together kind of a little custom Soap Rocks giveaway set. All right. So what are you going to get with this set? You're going to get one of the Trace Elements Bath and Spa bath salts. I love these so much. And this is the lavender one. Oh, it's sealed, but I can still smell it through the seal. Oh my gosh, so good. So these you can put in a bowl like potpourri, or you just sprinkle some into your tub, soak in them. So amazing. So you're going to get one of those. You're going to get this cute little soap dish, kind of this rustic, almost farmhouse style. And we're going to give you 3 soap rocks. You're going to get the lavender, which is the amethyst. You're going to get the imperial topaz, which is kind of like a goldeny, orangey peach. And then we're going to give you one little one. These are called palm stones because they fit in the palm of your hand. So this is our giveaway for tonight. It's like a little soap rocks gift set. Soap rocks, soap salts, soap dish, all coming your way. All right, so that is going to be our giveaway. Make sure that you comment. And then also just want to remind you, you all have loved our Tealight hurricanes. It's a set of 3, $79. These are based on some large ones that I have here that are my own. And when we found this vendor that we could do these with, which I thought for 3 of them for the price, it was great. Awesome. We've reordered it a couple of times. We're down in our quantity. We just have a few of these left. And I went back to reorder them like a 3rd time. They're sold out in this shape. So what I'm telling you is, if you've had your eye on these, what I have is all that I have. I can't order anymore. They've discontinued this shape. So I want you to have it on your radar, especially with Christmas in July coming, when you're thinking about maybe 4th of July. What are you going to do for a centerpiece? Well, remember, you can take these little trays out, and then you fill it up here with like red, white, and blue beads, or do red, white, and blue M&Ms, or, you know, foil wrapped candies if you want to. Maybe do some of the cute little fairy lights that are the stars and the beads and have those glowing. But the thing that I love about these and why I wanted to bring them to Just Jill was because mine I change out seasonally. So when it's harvest time, I have little pumpkins and pine cones. When it's Christmas time, I'm using greenery and red berries. In the winter time, I might just do some cute little snowflakes. For Valentine's Day, I can put in red and pink. I can do little gold wrapped Rolos, how did I say that right? Gold foil wrapped Rolos to look like gold at the end of the rainbow, pot of gold for St. Patrick's Day. Easter eggs for Easter. I could have filled these up with little caps and, you know, celebrations of blue and yellow for Trevor's graduation. So you get 3 sizes. It's not just the one. These votives are not included. You can buy them super cheap on Amazon. That's where I get mine. And you get 3 different sizes. So this one's the tallest. I think it's 7 inches. You get this one here, which is about 6 inches. And you get this one here, which is 4 inches tall. And all of them, the tray comes out. You can fill it up, gently put your tray back in, and then whatever size candle you want to put on top. And if you're not somebody who's crafty, you just like the look of these. I kind of love the hammered glass look. I think that's really pretty. You don't have to put anything in them if you don't want to. All right. So check those out. We have just a few sets left. And when those are gone, they are gone, sadly. Trying to get some maybe different shapes in those. But if you like the square ones, make sure you pick those up. And then before I bring Chef Mike out, let me just tell you real quickly, we do have some special offers going on. So we were looking at what we were going to offer you tonight. And one of the things we wanted to talk about was, you know, outdoor entertaining, easy entertaining. It's getting hot outside. You're not going to want to be baking all of the time. Like, what are some things that you can have that make your life a little bit easier? So, you know, the My Grandma's coffee cakes, they're such a staple here at Just Jill. You all love them, I know. We just decided, because they can take orders through tomorrow, if you want to ensure that you get a coffee cake for Dad for Father's Day, or you want to have it for like a Father's Day get together, or maybe you're just having a big party next weekend and you want to make sure you have one, we're doing a little like flash sale on the My Grandma's coffee cake. So they're marked down to $44. Remember, the size that we offer is the jumbo size. It's over 3 pounds. You can get up to 26 slices from that cake. All of the flavors that we have available that can ship are on sale, but that sale price is only good till the end of the day on Wednesday. All orders have to be in end of the day on Wednesday to ensure that you'll get them in time for Father's Day, because, you know, they put them in the queue and the baking and all the things. You may not know this, but like with My Grandma's, they're not baking 1,000 cakes at a time. They can only do 60 cakes at a time on their tray to put into the oven. And then those come out and then the next batch goes. So if you're loving My Grandma's, if you want to put one in your freezer, they'll stay in your freezer, you know, up to 9 months easily without any flavor loss. If you just like it, you know, to have one when things are on sale, or I don't know about you, like even on the hottest summer day, like, why is that the day that I decide that, oh, I'm just craving like a baked cake? Well, I'm not going to turn on my oven when it's 100 degrees outside. So instead, I can just go to my freezer and get a My Grandma's coffee cake and enjoy that. And as you know, they're one of the best cakes out there. You can get the cinnamon walnut, the cinnamon, we have the apple walnut, the blueberry. I love for summertime. That's really good for 4th of July. We have the patriotic version, which is cranberries and blueberries. So just check those out. Oh, and pineapple coconut. That's a really good one to do chilled, by the way. If you're wanting like a nice, refreshing dessert for summer, do the pineapple coconut chilled. Like, keep it in your refrigerator, cut the slices chilled, and then do like a little dollop of fresh whipped cream, maybe flavor it a little bit with something. You could add a little bit, you know, of like coconut extract to it to kick that up if you want to. A little cinnamon is always good in there. I love a homemade cinnamon whipped cream. That's always like, it looks so gourmet and it's so easy. So your friends will be impressed. Patty said, I've been buying My Grandma's for many years. I know, Patty, like once you buy one, you're in. I don't know that I've ever really talked to anyone who bought one and said, I'm never buying that cake again. Usually it's like, what's the next flavor I should try? What's the next flavor? They're so good. Even Kylie, my daughter, who has never really liked cake, like even as a kid, she did not want anything to do with cake. Wouldn't even eat a pancake. What kid doesn't eat pancakes? But I think she thought it was like cake, not like how a pancake is. She'd eat waffles. I would try to convince her, Kylie, it's the same batter pretty much. It's just flat. No, she don't want anything to do with it. However, when she tried My Grandma's coffee cakes, girlfriend was in. And so she's always like, what flavor are you trying there, Mom? You want a piece, Kylie? Yes. Look, she's answering. Yes, I'm obsessed with My Grandma's coffee cakes. They make great gifts. And remember, we can do build to, ship to. As you're looking at all the things we're talking about tonight too, remember shipping and handling included with everything. So, you know, you're not going to get hit with another $15, $25, $40, $50. in shipping, especially when it's around food. That's all built into the price that you see. So check out the My Grandma special. That expires the end of the day on Wednesday. And then also with grilling season right around the corner, Saltopia is back. You know, we've carried Saltopia for a couple of years. I need to get Kim Marie Santiago back here at Just Jill. I love her gourmet offerings because basically, you know, these sets that she puts together are these unique blends. So these are the all natural sea salts. They've been harvested naturally. Then she does these custom herb blends. The blends infuse into the salt. So you don't have to have a spice drawer filled with tons of spices that you only used 1/4 teaspoon of one time in one recipe, and yet it's still in your drawer. The cool thing here is they're all blended for you. You don't have to have garlic and basil and oregano because it's already blended in ciao bella. And by the way, most spice jars are usually 1 ounce in size. The sizes that you get from Kim Marie are 3.4 ounces. And she's using pink salt, black salt, Himalayan salt, like all these amazing, almost like salt flakes. This particular set here is the Salt Snob set. It's one of my favorites because I think it gives you the most diversity of flavors. You get the ciao bella, which is Italian. You get a cypress dill, which also has lemon and poppy. You get a Greek to me, which has some cardamom, even has a little bit of coconut sugar in there with some cinnamon. There's a midnight thyme that uses a black lava sea salt. And then Tealight is the peppercorn, fennel, celery, and pink Himalayan salt. And then let me just show you. I'm just going to bring this up so you can see. Like this isn't salt from a shaker, everybody. Like this is this. So look at all those wonderful herbs and spices, and then you can see the pink sea salt that's in there too. Use them as rubs. You don't have to use as much because remember, these have salt in them, but it has all the other flavors too. So right now, all Saltopia, 10% off. I love these gift sets. These are such great. We even have one, flavor set for cocktails. So whether it's cocktails or mocktails, it's called Bottoms Up. And these are all like rimming sugars and things in different flavors. So there's a coconut black lava, there's a lemon lime infused sea salt, there's a vanilla bean, there's a caramel infused sugar, and the Sugar Shack, which is the maple infused sugar. So if you know somebody who loves to do cocktails and mocktails, I love that particular set. And then also we have some grilling sets. This is our Let's Meat set. It's all about all the different, pork and different cuts of steak you'd be using in all different flavor blends. And there's even one specifically for seafood too. This one's called Gone Fishing. So all of these, all on sale, 10% off. And then one more thing from Saltopia that really has been a game changer for me. We started offering these 2 years ago, and every time she re-releases them for the summer, I love them. She has created these Grill Guru meal maker packs, okay? And you all have loved these too. We have a set that's all around proteins, and we have a set that's all around side dishes. And basically what Kim Marie has done here, all you're going to add for the protein is whatever protein it is, pork, chicken, seafood, beef, and about a cup of olive oil. Sometimes it's a half a cup, sometimes it might be water and olive oil. All of the marinade spices and flavors are already in this bag. So for this one, which is your grilled honey pork chops, which you can also use with chicken, fabulous. It tells you exactly how much meat you need. For this one, 2 pounds of bone-in pork chops, a cup of olive oil. You're gonna rip open this bag. You're going to put the olive oil in there. You're going to put your meat in there. You're going to massage it all over. These bags are designed to stand up in your refrigerator, and you're going to refrigerate it overnight. And then the next day, you're going to have perfectly flavorful marinated food for your grill. Even if you're going to pan, fry it in your home because you don't have an outdoor grill, no problem. If you want to do it in your air fryer, cool with me. But it's the flavor experience. So with the protein pack, you get honey pork chops, you get chicken tandoori, so good, a smoky pork rib, but you can use those with short ribs and beef ribs and things too. We have a rosemary garlic steak, and then this grilled zesty shrimp taco, so good. So again, the flavors, all you do is add your protein and your olive oil, and you're good to go. And then finally for the side dishes, this is another one, right? Like, somebody's having a barbecue. What should I bring? Oh, bring a side dish. And you're like, What do I bring? Everybody always brings the same things. Well, how about if we do a grilled street corn? So you put your corn on the cob in here and you've got all of those street corn flavors. This is delicious. This lemon basil veggies, so good. So if you're going to the farmer's market on the weekend, get those fresh veggies, marinate them, and put them on. This is a roasted tomato bean salad, white bean salad, just can of cannellini beans, some onions, some tomato. You add it all in there with all of the spices, you're good to go. This one is a no mayo potato salad. And then this one is a Greek cucumber salad. Obviously, with the side dishes, you're adding in a couple more ingredients, right? Like if you're doing a cucumber salad, you have to add the cucumbers. So for example, on that one, you need cucumber, onion, some sour cream, and water. But all of the spices and everything are already in there. You mix it all together. Basically, it's like instead of doing a Google search for a new recipe, it's all right here. It's right on the bag. So check those out because those are 10% off as part of our Saltopia special. Okay, I'm gonna move these to the side and we're gonna talk crab cakes, all right? And I want you guys to stick around because these crab cakes are the best crab cakes I have ever had. And I consider myself a bit of a crab cake snob. I order them wherever I go. They're one of my most favorite foods. And there was a restaurant here in our area that for years I would say, oh my gosh, their crab cakes are my most favorite. And come to find out, the chef who was making those delicious crab cakes is Chef Mike, who you're going to meet. So Chef Mike, come on out. Say hi to everybody. Hello, this is everyone. Chef Mike. Chef Mike Myers, nice to see you. Pleasure. So glad to have you here. Chef Mike has been around the restaurant business your entire life.
Couple years.
Your family actually had a restaurant in our area called the Lobster Pot.
Correct.
Yeah. So if any of you happen to be from around, like where is that located?
Wawa, Pennsylvania.
Wawa, Pennsylvania. And you remember the Lobster Pot? That was Mike's family. And Mike has done all kinds of different levels of cooking in terms of restaurant and catering and executive and corporations. But making food is really your passion, Mike, right?
It's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
Pretty much a dumb guy, but I know seafood. My father opened up the Lobster Pot in 1968, and I became cheap labor in 1972 as a 12-year-old, and I started mopping floors, cleaning toilets, and shucking clams, not all at once. I washed my hands, but it's in my blood, and seafood's in my blood. That's my expertise is in seafood, and we're going to go over the crab cake tonight. First of all, I'm honored to be here and have the opportunity not only to be on your platform, but to be introduced to Just Jill's customers. And it's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to building a relationship and showing you why my crab cakes are, I believe, are a step above other ones. But don't take it from me. I'm not take it from me. Right. Take it from Jill. I'm not going to be arrogant enough and say mine's the best crab cake. How many times have you heard, I got the best crab cake. This is the best crab cake. You know what? We'll let you be the judge at the end. We're going to show you what these crab cakes look like. They are gluten-free, like Jill said earlier. There is no bread in them. They are enrobed in cream and a shrimp mousse. It's all natural. The shrimp are wild caught. The cream is high end, 40% fat.
But you don't taste shrimp when you eat these, Mike.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. You don't taste shrimp.
And why do you use that? What's the point of that ingredient of the shrimp mousse?
The shrimp mousse, and you have to use wild shrimp, not tiger shrimp. The shrimp mousse helps become the binder of the crab cake.
So that's why you're not using bread or
Correct.
crackers or anything
Correct.
like that. It's the shrimp mousse that kind of allows it to kind of form together.
Exactly.
And what about the crab you're using? Is this lump meat, jumbo lump meat? Like, how do you describe that? And you're getting 10 of these, by the way. Normally, moving forward, we're going to do a set of 8 of these cakes, which are 5 ounces in size. But Mike said, listen, for the debut, let's go above and beyond. So you're going to get 10 crab cakes, 5-ounce crab cakes for your purchase. And so tell us about the crab that's in here, Mike.
The crab I sourced from a different couple of fishmongers, and it is actually this is a world market now these days. So they're sourced from all over the world, but I reject, if I don't like what I'm seeing, I reject it. I mean, I only buy the finest crab. It's more money than everybody else. But
And is it considered jumbo lump meat?
it's
Is that
considered
what it's-
jumbo lump meat,
Yes.
and it's all crab. One of the difference between my crab cakes and the competition is when you look at it's 5 ounces. Well, it's 5 ounces of protein. So right off the bat, my crab cake is different than everybody else's because they get anywhere from 10 to 20 to 15 to 25% breading. So that's what separates my crab cake from everybody else's. There is a gluten-free crab cake out there, but they use, like rice flour and stuff like that. But this is just pure protein, pure crab.
So let me show you, everybody, how the crab cakes are going to come packaged. I turned your oven on there.
All right.
Your stovetop.
Thank you.
I'm going to grab one out of the fridge real quick.
You
just
got
to
it.
show you how the crab cakes come packaged. So every crab cake is going to come individual like this. All right. When you get these at home, if you decide you want to cook them right away and you leave all 10 of them out, you have 3 days from thawed to cook them. When they arrive frozen, or they might be a little thawed, as long as it's still cold, they're fine. Put them in your freezer. You have them in your freezer for 6 months. Each cake individually wrapped like this. When you open it up, now keep in mind, Mike does not have a big factory where these are mass produced down a conveyor belt. These are formed, and you have a sous chef who helps you by hand each cake. You're going to take it and open it. It's wrapped in paper. You're going to unwrap each cake, and you're going to notice something with these cakes. So Chef Mike, tell me, why do I see my crab cake is already browned on the bottom?
I came up with this technique because simply people said, well, you know what? It's going to fall apart. Maybe add some rice flour or whatever. But I said, you know what? If I sear the bottom of them, it'll keep the crab cake from coming apart in transport. So it is a lot more work, but in the long run, it maintains the integrity of the flavor profile of the crab cake. So it's simple. Like Jill just said, it's seared, and you don't even have to touch it in your hands. Each one is individually. You can just slide it right on your cooking sheet, and/or do it Maryland style in a pan, which I'm going to do soon here. So
you can bake these.
Yes.
I like to bake them, everybody. That's kind of my way to do it. So you put it on your cookie sheet with the brown side down, okay, on your cookie sheet for about 15 minutes or so at 375. You want it to be kind of bubbling around the edges. Then you put your oven to broil.
correct.
For a couple of minutes, 3 or 4. So it starts to just kind of cook a little bit on top. And then Chef Mike, you like to serve it flipped back over so that the brown side that
Right.
you started is what's seen on top of the cake.
I'm a food snob. That's what I want.
He can have it however he wants. All right. Listen, I'm going to open this up because I want you to see on the inside of the cake. This is the magic, everybody. Okay. I'm going to break into this. There's no filler in here. Do you see what I'm seeing here?
Nothing to hide.
That's a big old jumbo lump of crab meat. This is more all crab meat. Everything that you have inside of this crab cake, I'm going to break it up completely. I hate to do that, is nothing but delicious, incredible crab. Now, let me just tell you one thing. I know crab cakes are not inexpensive. And it was really a conversation we had with our team about offering a more expensive item like this. But here's why Mike is here. I spent over 25 years at another network talking about food and trying every single one of those crab cakes. And a lot of times there was a lot of bread and a few jumbo lumps on top that made it look good, but that's not what was on the inside. Sometimes you had to dig into that cake to find the crab to show you. Mike is here because it's just Jill. And you know I would not bring a crab cake that's going to be a more expensive purchase for you unless I really felt like you can't do any better. And that's the truth. They are the best crab cakes. This is what I serve to my family for Christmas. This is what I have served to our family for special occasions. This is what I want when it comes to a premium crab cake. And I'm thrilled that we can bring it to you. So
Have you ever seen anybody break apart a crab cake in front of the camera from other? Like I said, you are going to be the judge.
They're so good.
When you order these, you will not be disappointed. I'm not going to be arrogant. And there's a lot of great, I call them home chefs. Your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle, home chefs create wonderful dishes, and they create wonderful crab cakes. I think once you try our crab cakes, I will call it our crab cakes, you will see that there is a difference between us and the competition.
I'm just going to show you up close here. Sorry for my fingers, everybody, but I just want you to see all of the crab meat in this crab cake. It's all, I know poor Mike is probably sitting here like, what have you done to my food?
I love it. Are you
but
kidding
I just
me?
want you to see, like, every piece I pick up is delicious crab. All right, we got to cook here?
Yeah, we're going
I
to cook
turned down
one.
the heat just a tiny bit.
We're going to cook one. And
All right.
that's another thing you have to understand
So
is
Lynn has a question.
oh, sorry, Lynn, can you still bread these and fry them?
you can do whatever you want with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're
Okay.
very resilient.
I have to tell you though, Lynn, I don't know why you would want to do that. I don't think you want to fry them. I think you just want to pan saute them or cook them in your oven. They don't need the breading. And the flavor of the crab meat is tender and sweet and flavorful.
And succulent.
And it's all those things, right? And you can serve it with a cocktail sauce. You could do a homemade tartar sauce. I know you kind of created like a sriracha.
A vegan
Yeah.
sriracha tartar for my festival last weekend.
Wow.
I think you're a little passionate about these crab cakes, Miss Jill.
I love crab cakes. They are my absolute
Who doesn't
favorite.
like crab cakes?
Who doesn't?
You're going to
Well,
love
listen,
these crab cakes.
People don't like crab cakes when they pay a premium for them and all they get is a big mushy bread mound. Arlene, yes, you defrost before cooking. Put them in your refrigerator the night before and they'll be good to go.
24 hours in the refrigerator. I recommend do not leave these out. They're very delicate.
Yes.
It's just a better flavor profile if you don't leave them out on your counter. So 24 hours, they freeze well. The shrimp mousse enrobes the crab and it protects the crab in the freezer, and they freeze very well.
They're so good. This is like my favorite meal ever. And you can make crab cake sandwiches. You could do a crab cake like eggs Benedict if you wanted to do a fancy brunch. How many of you are going to be doing like cooking out some steaks this summer? Why not do surf and turf, right? This is what you want.
How about for Dad?
Understand. Well, that's one of the reasons we had Mike here tonight is we wanted to do something for Father's Day. So you can go ahead, place your order, and know that you could do a bill to ship to, or you could have these sent to you. What you're ordering tonight, everybody, will ship out next week. Okay? Mike's going to ship on Mondays and Tuesdays. So again, he'll get your orders. These will start shipping out next Monday. Prudence wants to know, are there seasonings in them?
Yes,
so
there is.
talk a little bit about that, Mike.
I have, believe it or not, as I've grown long in the tooth in the industry, less is more. Less is better. There is less than 10 ingredients in these crab cakes. No fooling.
Yeah.
Crab is already, if you don't even put Old Bay or anything on a crab or a king crab leg or a lobster and you just boil it and open it up, the sweetness and the aroma of the ocean and the freshness of a crab or a crustacean is phenomenal. So there's less than 10 ingredients in these. French sea salt's one of them. Fresh cracked pepper is one of them. Wilted scallions is one of them. So I'm not going to tell you everything.
Is there Old Bay in here?
There is a smidgen, but you could barely.
You can barely, because I will tell you, and this might, be blasphemy to some of you who live in Maryland. I'm not a huge Old Bay flavor person. Like some people love it, can't have enough of it. Like it's not my favorite. It's almost too strong sometimes. Like the celery salt of it
Yes.
is a little too much for me. Here's what I want you to know. You do not even taste the seasonings in them. That doesn't mean that they're bland. Remember, Mike is a chef. So this isn't just some person who's decided that he's just going to come up with a crab cake recipe. This is a classically trained chef who's taken his expertise to use the right measurements in creating this recipe so that the star, which is the crab, is what you were
You stole
going
my
to
thunder.
taste. Yeah.
The
That's
crab
the star.
is the star.
Yeah. So it's not spicy. It's not oniony. It's not salty. It's not peppery. It's not Old Bay. It is crabby because that's what these are.
Sometimes
are
I'm
these
crabby.
magnificent crab cakes. And remember, moving forward with Chef Mike, we're going to be able to do a set of 8 5-ounce cakes. Right now, we're doing a special bonus offer where you get 2 additional crab cakes. So keep in mind, that is 50 ounces of crab cakes. 50 ounces of crab cakes, everybody. Again, a lot of times you'll see a dozen 3-ounce cakes. That's only 36 ounces of crab cake, and a lot of that is bread. Not the case here. This is premium ingredients. These are tender. These are gentle. Jane says I'm nicknaming him Krabby Mike.
I used to be Angry Mike. Now I'm Crabby
Just
Mike.
Krabby Mike. He's not crabby, but really, truly the best. I'm going to take another crab cake and open it up. Mostly I have to do that, Chef Mike, because I just ate that other one.
Remember,
I love it so much.
Sorry to interrupt, Joe. Remember, already you're ahead of the game because there is no filler in these. They are all crab. So you can't really compare us to another crab cake. These are unique and they stand alone. But once again, I'm going to leave it up to you.
All right, I'm going to come in here close again. Or maybe I'll come over. Can we switch places for a second, Chef Mike?
Yes, we can.
Is that about done?
It's almost
It's looking
finished.
good.
See, I like them dark.
You like to get a little crust on them, don't
Yes,
you?
yes.
Yeah. I'm going to come restaurant that does an amazing cake. Awesome. You might have your Nan's recipe for crab cakes. It's been in your family forever.
There was a problem with the audio with the up close, so they didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you take off the camera?
Yep.
And I'll do it over here. This is all I was showing you, everybody, just so that you can see. Like, that's nothing but
She destroyed
Crab.
another crab cake.
crab. There's no bread. These are gluten-free. There are no breadcrumbs in here. They just are absolutely incredible. But like I was saying, I'm not saying your grandmother doesn't have the best crab cake recipe. And if she makes them still by hand for you and you love those, awesome. But I got to tell you, if you want to send crab cakes to somebody, send these. If you're landlocked, if you live in Indiana, Missouri, Idaho, Wisconsin, you know, like if you live in those areas where you don't have access to delicious crab meat, these crab cakes are going to blow you away. Remember, each one comes individually packaged. Let's show that again, Chef Mike, if we can. I have mine here too.
Oh, okay.
So each crab cake, you're going to get 10 of these. Inside each of these, each crab cake is individually wrapped. Why do you wrap them like this again, Chef Mike?
I wrap them for the ease of, so that it helps keep the crab cake together in transport. But it's the ease of, you don't even have to touch the crab cake. You can take it out and slip it onto your pan and put it in the oven, or you can do it Maryland style like I did over here.
Then I'm going to open it up. There's the crab cake. You can see all the crab meat, but you're going to also notice that the underside has already been pan seared. So tell me why you do that, Mike.
Once again, I pan sear these so in transport they don't fall apart because there's no bread in them. Everybody else puts bread in theirs.
Right.
If there was no bread in these, if I sent these unseared, they might stay together and they might start to fall apart. And that's another thing. When you look at our crab cakes, they don't all look the same. They're not all machine done. They are done by hand.
But you form them and then weigh them.
Correct.
Right? and then sear them,
Correct.
and then wrap. They gotta cool.
Chill them.
Chill them.
Yep.
Wrap them, and then you package them with ice or cold packs.
Correct.
And they're on their way. So when people get them at home, what are the things they should be doing?
Immediately open up your box. They're going to be chilled. I tested these boxes for 3-day shipping. We only offer 2-day shipping on these because of the fragile nature of the seafood. But it's going to be cold when you open it up. You're going to feel it cold, but immediately refrigerate it and/or put it in the freezer. It's okay.
So if you put it in the refrigerator, that means you're going to be eating it in the next couple of days.
Correct. I wouldn't go more than 3 days
for
the integrity of the product.
And then if you decide, you know what, I'm going to save 2 now, eat those, but I'm going to put the rest in the freezer. They'll stay in your freezer for up to 6 months.
They're not going to last 6 months.
They will not last 6 months. 5-ounce crab cakes. These are not little itty bitty 3-ouncers filled with bread and mush where you have to eat 2 of them to even feel like you're kind of getting a meal. These are the meal. And then you can garnish it with homemade tartar sauce or, a delicious, cocktail sauce.
Remoulade.
Sometimes a remoulade, hollandaise sauce if you're going to use it for brunch. Normally, Chef Mike is going to do a set of 8 of these for us, but now we're doing a special offer where you're getting 10. So you're really getting 10 crab cakes for, again, the price of 8, right? So it's a really, really good offer, and we're thrilled to be able to bring it to you. When I do these in the oven, explain to everybody again how I do those, Chef Mike.
Very simple. You just open up your container and slide it on, and you can put butter or olive oil or a combination of each, 50-50, olive oil, butter. Preheat your oven to 375 to 400, depending on how hot your oven runs. Slide it on there, and when it starts to bubble around, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to average about 12 minutes. Then you turn the broiler on for the last 3 minutes and brown the top. And you can serve them like Jill serves them upside, but I like them upside down. Mm-hmm. But another neat thing about this product is they're resilient little buggers. They don't have the bread in them, so they maintain their heat. They maintain their moisture value, and so you can. When you're out there and you're plating for a bunch of people, you can tent foil on it, just like it's a turkey or whatever. You can plate your plate up, and the crab cakes are resilient and they keep their heat because there's no bread.
Yeah, they keep their heat and they
Very
keep the
important.
moisture, so they're not dried out in there either. I will say in my oven at 375, mine is usually about 16 minutes to bubble. And then I put it on high broil. So again, you kind of just have to keep an eye on it, and especially when you turn that broiler on, and maybe move the pan up to a higher.
Don't
rack,
walk away.
Keep your eye on it. You're not trying to dark brown these. You're just trying to get a little kind of golden bubbly color to the top. Bring them out, flip them back over so that the side that was browned by Chef Mike is showing, and then plate it up and enjoy. Crab cake sandwiches. I mean, for specialty birthdays, they're absolutely phenomenal. They're so good. All right, what'd you make there, Chef Mike? So that's if you want to do it in the pan.
This is the old school Maryland style, pan fried. You can do that also. You can make it Cajun. You can put them in the oven. You can put Old Bay on them. You can bread them like young
Lynn was asking.
Lynn said earlier. You can. We don't suggest it, but you can do whatever you want with them. You can mix and match. You can make a sandwich out of it. You can put it on a salad. It can be on a surf and turf. You can do whatever you want. But when you do them in the oven, let me get back in front of the camera. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
The nature of these with the shrimp mousse, and they're obviously a mousse is made with eggs, and the eggs and the cream. And when you put them in the oven, they actually, I don't have another word for it, but they poof. So they will rise slightly in the oven, and it makes it a little airy, and it just makes them just.
Yeah, if you pan fry them, they're going to be a little bit flatter. I mean, they all weigh the same, right?
Correct.
But again, if you pan fry it, it's going to be a little bit flatter. If you put it in the oven, it's going to poof a little bit more. And again, 5 ounces. This is jumbo lump crab meat. There's no breading type of filler in these at all. And instead, Chef Mike has taken his experience, his gourmet recipe. He's created a shrimp mousse. You do not taste shrimp in these. These are not going to suddenly be like, oh, so is it like a shrimp cake? No, it's a crab cake. You've got to have something to hold that crab together. And so you found this delicious mousse recipe to do that.
It was actually a French recipe from Lebec. I mean, it's been around a while, but it's a little different. I mean, a Maryland style traditional crab cake is on on the side of an old bake can. It's crackers, it's mayonnaise, it's egg, it's seasoning, it's hot sauce, it's Worcestershire, it's mustard. But this is a little different than a basic Maryland crab cake.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is what you would get at a high-end restaurant. This is what I used to get at a wonderful restaurant here in our area. And I mean, I never even wanted to hear the specials. I didn't need to look at a menu. I would sit down. They had an avocado salad that I would get as my appetizer, and the crab cakes, please. Like
shrimp and avocado salad.
Shrimp and avocado salad and the crab cakes.
That's Chef Roland.
That's all I wanted to eat, because they were the best crab cakes I've ever had. And for us to be able to offer you this level of quality, I cannot wait for you to try them. And, you know, that's the thing, you know, if you want to wait and, you know, see some reviews from people who order them, that's fine. But keep in mind, this special offer with the 2 bonus cakes is only good for a limited amount of time. Like, this is not going to be the regular offer from Chef Mike. We're also talking to Chef Mike about doing some of his great soups. He also makes a delicious, like, wine, what is it, a beurre blanc?
A beurre blanc.
Beurre blanc sauce. Like, so we're talking to him about other things that he can do
I
for
stole
all
that
of
from
you.
Chef Roland.
But the crab cakes, the crab cakes are the star. So I'm excited to hear from all of you, you know, if you're going to try them, how you might serve them. Remember, orders that you place today, these will be shipping out next Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, so
2-day delivery. Remember, that's the only way we ship these is 2-day delivery, because it's just the only way it can be delivered and keep the integrity of the product.
yeah.
And earlier, Jill said, I have a sous chef that helps me. Actually, he is an executive chef. And if I don't mention Dermot's name, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Dermot McGroarty, he's a great chef. I trained him and hired him when he was 13. And it takes a village to make these. And they are hand done and one at a time. So they are different. They're more unique than anything on the market, I believe. But once again, to reiterate, you're going to tell me what you think of them.
Well, and, you know, just so you know,
us.
over the weekend, Chef Mike was at an outdoor festival. And you told us you made like 400 crab cakes, you know, for people to come up at food tents and food festivals to come up and enjoy his crab cake. So, you know, it's not like he's just doing this for us. This is his business, and we're just very lucky that, you know, we were able to figure out a way to partner together and bring you this delicious quality of food. So if you have any questions before we let Chef Mike go, let me know. I know some of you are asking, when shipped, are they frozen? Do you freeze them before you ship them,
Correct.
Mike? Yes.
Yes.
So they're flash frozen. They're packed up. They're sent to you. They're packed with cold packs, 2-day air. And remember, if you get yours at home and it's thawed a little bit, it's okay. As long as the packaging on the inside is still cool.
Correct.
You're fine. It's fine. Put them in the freezer right away. Keep a couple out and decide you're going to cook them, and you'll be good to go. Have you ever tried these in an air fryer?
They work beautifully.
Do they do well in an air
do
fryer?
well. They do well. Yep.
Okay, great.
I was skeptical at first, but they do well. And let me bounce back to what you said earlier about the soups. I also developed a vegan mushroom cake, Chesapeake style, and some other soups. But I'd like this to become a nice relationship with Jill's customers. And this, I just don't want to hit you with the crab cake. I'd like to.
He wants to become your personal chef.
I would love to, and I'm just honored to be here, to tell you the truth, and thank you for your time.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Well, one of your current customers, Lauren, says, eager to hear feedback from the Just Jill community. We're local super fans of Mother Nature's son.
Aww.
So that's nice, right? That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mike is well known. People around this area certainly know Mother Nature's son crab cakes, and they're so enjoyable. They're just so enjoyable. You will sit down. I can remember at Christmas time for our Christmas dinner, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, I mean, I love them. I'm so lucky to have them as my brother and sister. But they're sort of foodies and they're kind of picky. And I always know, like, when I sit down to do the Christmas dinner, like, I better really step up my game, right? And so we did crab cakes, and, you know, I could tell from the minute my sister-in-law broke in and took that first bite, she was like, wow, these crab cakes are delicious. You know, everybody in our family just loves them. So I'm excited for you to enjoy these with your family too. Okay, quick reminder. Mary's asking what type of crab is this? So can you talk about, is it jumbo lump crab? Is it lump crab? Is it back fin meat? What are you using?
It's a combination of everything. I mean, crabs at different times of the year when they're harvested, depends on what they eat. Sometimes they're not as tall as they used to be. Some of them from different parts of the world. It is a derivative, sometimes a cousin of a blue crab, but it's mostly the lump and jumbo lump. I mean, there's only one jumbo lump in each crab. So there is a little next to the jumbo lump with some of the back fin, but it's all crab.
Yeah.
And there's no filler. So, and it's sourced from the best sources that I can get a hold of. And like I said earlier, I will reject anything that I'm not, and they give me my money back. So you will not be disappointed. I never get complaints. The only complaint is when something happens with the shipper. But I've never, once you have these crab cakes, you're ruined forever. Sorry.
Because nothing else compares. They're really that good. The price on these, again, shipping and handling is included in your price. They're $169 for the 10 cakes. And I would invite you to do your homework because, you know, we look to see what other prices are out there. Are there some that are cheaper? There are. But you know what? I got to tell you, I know those companies. I know that, guess what? About 25% of their crab cake is bread and crackers. That's not the case here with Chef Mike. They're also 4 ounces. They may not be 5 ounces. Read the reviews. Read the reviews on some of those other brands that are out there. Because sometimes if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And you
Always.
know, and I think here, like, we made the decision at Just Jill when it came to carrying crab cakes. I know what I like. I know what I'm willing to pay, especially if what I enjoy is an amazing food experience. And that's why Chef Mike is here. So I'm excited for you. Yeah, I'm excited to have you.
Kind words.
5 ounce cakes, not 4, not 3. You're getting 10 of them. Normally we'll do a set of 8. You're doing a bonus set here of 10. So 10 crab cakes, 5 ounces in size, no gluten, using this delicate mousse.
10 crab cakes for under $17 a crab cake. This is a gourmet item in a restaurant. For 2 of these or even one, you pay anywhere from $30 to $50. So
yeah,
this is
and because
deal.
they're coming to your house, you can fix them however you want.
Delivered to your house.
Do them in the oven, do them in a pan, make them for a sandwich, make them for a brunch. Like, you can really decide how you want to serve them. I just think that when you get them at home and you do serve them, you're going to say, wow, like, I took a chance. And I'm so glad that I did. So, Chef Mike, I'm so glad you were here tonight. Thank you so much.
Jill, it's my pleasure
for being here. Appreciate that so
my
much.
Pleasure.
Yeah, so good, everybody.
Wonderful host.
Remember.
And thank you, everybody, for allowing me into your living rooms, and look forward to serving you more crab cakes.
10 delicious crab cakes, everybody.
Thanks, Jill.
So good. Thank you, Chef Mike. Hey, by the way, not that you need to add any seasoning, but you could always grab the Saltopia Gone Fishing seasoning if you just want to spice it up. What I love about these crab cakes, and then I'll move on to a couple other things before we let you go, everybody, is that just the purity of flavor and taste. You know, again, this doesn't have tons of Old Bay. It's not salty. It's not spicy. It's not oniony. It's not garlicky. It's not mushy. It's not bready. It's just a mound of delicious seafood. So I can't wait for you to try them. And again, if we can answer any questions for you, Chef Mike's here. We can answer those for sure. It's total gourmet experience at home. If you've always wished you could be the cook to deliver restaurant quality food to your guests, this is the way you're going to develop that restaurant quality to your family and friends. So that said, I'm going to stick these crab cakes back in the refrigerator for a second. And
Family members.
Remind you real quickly about a couple other things. With outdoor entertaining coming, if you're looking for some quick and easy appetizers, check out our Churchy's mustards assortment. We have all Churchy's right now. If you buy more than one Churchy's item, you get 10% off your entire Churchy's order. So that's pretzels, mustards, we have salsas, we have all kinds of different Churchy's items. They're also local here in the Chester County, Pennsylvania area. Their gourmet mustards are award-winning. My favorite combo is the pretzel and mustard sampler. I love that because, again, on a hot summer day, people just love to dip in. And the pretzels that you get are Fowler's pretzels from Reading, Pennsylvania. They've been in business since 1911, and you get this huge 3-pound box of the pretzel sticks. So you get the pretzel sticks, and then you get the cranberry mustard, the banana hot pepper mustard, and their award-winning champagne mustard. So, excuse me, check out Churchy's for a great assortment of things for outdoor entertaining, summer entertaining, just good things to munch on that are easy to prepare. And then the last thing I also want to tell you about, if you need a little sweet,
I do.
we're excited to have Blake's Mother's shortbread cookies back in stock. And again, local to Westchester, Pennsylvania here. We love finding these brands for you. These are buttery bites of goodness. And we have samplers. We have one flavor, but our special right now with Blake's is with any Blake's cookie order, you're going to get a little mini bonus bag like to go. So there is, excuse me, there's the Sea Swept lemon shortbread. There's the Montauk macaroon shortbread. There is the Long Lane lavender. There is the East Hampton classic. And I love shortbread sweets like this in the summertime because, again, you can put this out with fresh fruit. You don't have to worry about anything melting. You don't have to worry about it being messy. It's just those little tidbit bites for that sweet and buttery, savory flavor. Kathy was saying the champagne mustard from Churchy's is wonderful. Pretzels are great too. I know that's my favorite offer from Churchy's is our pretzel and mustard combo. And you all know how I feel about mustard. Like mustard and I had a falling out when I was in high school and I didn't want anything to do with it for a really long time. But something about Churchy's mustard, because it's gourmet. It's not like the yellow bottle of mustard. It's a wonderful, wonderful flavor. So check out that. Check out our wonderful Blake's cookies. These are so nice to have in your pantry, everybody. Even just to, like if you're having a bowl of ice cream, maybe you got one of those Ninja Creamies or one of the Cuisinart ice cream makers, crunch up a few shortbread cookies and sprinkle them on top. Or in the afternoon when you're just sort of sitting and saying, just need a little something, have that cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, and have a couple shortbread cookies. They are awesome. Pam said, I just ordered more cookies this weekend. So good. I know, Pam, aren't they so good? You all are going to love the lemon, the classic. But I love the lavender. Like if you were doing a little tea party with your granddaughter or something, it would be fun for her to try something different. So the lavender is fabulous. And then the macaroon is very subtle coconut. It's not heavy coconut. It's just a little hint of that sort of nutty sweetness. So check those all out. Remember, everything we showed you, from Chef Mike's crab cakes to the candles to everything else, Saltopia, shipping and handling included with everything. And in addition to that, be sure to check out some of the other new jewelry items that we've offered over at the site. There's a lot of new from Power Beads by Jen. There's new from Marlon Schiff. So there's a lot for you to check out. All right, if you have not made a comment in our chat tonight, now is your time. Hurry up, say something nice. Be nice. Be nice. Because we're going to do our giveaway so that we can give away our little soap rock set. So Kylie, you think you're ready to do that? You'll have to make you have to share your screen, right?
Yep.
And then make it live. Give us a second. Poor Kylie, not only is it her like first time in a while to do the chat, but then she has to figure out how to do our giveaway spinner too. So let's see here. Can we get it?
I'm trying.
For some reason it says device not connected. Is that for you?
It's because it's not showing my camera.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay. Okay, hit it. Here we go, everybody. Wishing you all good luck. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Sharon Daly. Sharon, we have a fun giveaway for you. We're going to be sending you this cute little soap rock set. So you'll get the soap rock bath salts. You'll get some of the soap rock soap. And you'll also get our little soap dish. So please, we'll have Kylie reach out to you. Kylie, can you put me back up full screen? Yep. Thank you. We're going to reach out to you, Sharon, get all your information, and we'll get this sent out to you in the near term. All right. Well, I can tell you what Kylie and I are going to do. We're going to have some crab cakes. I know I already had one, but I didn't really eat today, so I might have another. Tomorrow is my son Trevor's graduation from high school. Send him some good vibes. He made it. He did it. It's all good. And then be sure to check out social media starting on Thursday morning, because I'm going to take you on a little adventure with me and Trevor. It's a mom-son trip. It's a surprise. And we're leaving early Thursday morning. So for the first time ever since I started Just Jill, I actually put an out of office memo in my email, because these are going to be a few days of just me and my boy having a great time together, but we're going to include you so you can come along for the ride. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the crab cakes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear how you love them. And be sure to check out the offers from Saltopia, Churchies. And don't forget the My Grandma sale is a flash sale. It expires at the end of the day on Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody. And I will see you on my adventure with Trevor starting Thursday. Bye.